watching a special NBA Draft edition of Inside Thunder Basketball with Darnell Mayberry. This is sponsored by our friends at Diffie Ford Lincoln Mercury. I'm Mike Sherman, Sports Editor Oklahoman, here with our Thunder beat writer Darnell Mayberry, and we're talking about Jerome Jordan, the Tulsa big man, 7-footer, who the Thunder might be looking at with one of their 2 second-round picks. Why do you think he could fit?
Well, I think if you look at the way the Thunder is trying to build this organization, number one, they need big men. I mean, Robert Swift didn't work out, Mo Sene didn't work out, Johan Petro didn't work out. So now they've started from scratch. I mean, they brought in Nenad Kristic, but I think he's reached his ceiling. And the only big men they seem to have in the pipeline is Serge Ibaka, DJ White, and Byron Mullins. Out of those 3, only Serge Ibaka is a sort of a certainty of being on this roster going forward. So, I think they need more big men in the pipeline. I think this guy has the athleticism and the rebounding and defensive tools that the Thunder could use on the defensive end. So you look at all of that, and I think he's got a ceiling. He's only played basketball since he was 16 years old, so there's some room to grow there. The Tulsa 66ers could work with him. The Thunder likes to use their D-League affiliate and develop their talent. So if they could get him in the second round somewhere and just sort of cultivate his talent and the tools that he already has, I think he could be a serviceable down the line. I don't think he's going to come in and be Dwight Howard by any means, but he could be serviceable down the line. Okay, he was at the University of Tulsa and had some games that you point out that make you say, wow, this guy's got potential. Yeah, I mean, you look at what he did against Oklahoma State. Cowboys fans might remember they lost by 21 at Tulsa, and he really controlled the game. He had 6 blocks, only had about 11 points, 8 or 9 rebounds, but he controlled the game. Blocked 6 shots, altered a lot more to where James Anderson even admitted back in December they stopped taking it to the rim because of this guy. He did that several times. He led a comeback charge against crosstown rival ORU. He went out to Duke and was a lone bright spot against Brian Zubek, who's also expected to be a draft pick next Thursday night. So he's had some good games against Hassan Whiteside, who a lot of people are projecting to be a top 20 pick. He really controlled that game. They split the series against Marshall. Averaged 18.5, 13.5, and 2.5 blocks against Marshall in this projected first-round pick. So he's had some big games, which suggests that when the stage is the biggest and his team needs the most out of him, he delivers big performances. Jerome Jordan, projected 41 by NBA DraftNet. Another projection has him going 46 to Phoenix. Darnell, 2 picks in the second round for the Thunder, 32 and 51. Which of those 2 is more likely for him? Well, I think he'll be gone before 51, but if I'm the Thunder, I probably would not take him at 32. That's a little high for him, I think. Again, he might have a ceiling, but I just think that there's going to be some players that slip out of the first round. There always is, and I think there's going to be DeJuan Blair last year. I think there's going to be a player like that's going to slip out of the first round who was projected to be there in the 20 to 25 range, who's going to be there at 32, and I think you can get more value with that 32nd pick. That's all for this special edition of the NBA Draft Preview and Inside Thunder Basketball with Darnell Mayberry. It was sponsored by Diffie Ford Lincoln Mercury, and you can stay with the best coverage team anywhere every day at News OK and every morning in the Oklahoman.